What's up guys, welcome back to the video. So today we're going to be learning about active links in React.js. So let's get started. So active links is basically like whenever a link is active it does stuff, so it's kind of dependent on CSS2 and how we write the code over there. So in my previous video I just did the same. I didn't do anything. So I just kept this nav bar and basically it's a link. So if you guys want, you guys can go check it out because it kind of helps you in this video. So after this, I didn't change anything to the CSS either though. So let me I guess I didn't run the output deployment server. So let's go ahead and run this real quick. So npm start react. It's going to be router tutorial. Let's go ahead and do that, and that one right there. So after until this deploys, let's go ahead and see what we have to do. So by the way, all the thing we're going to be doing is with the nav bar over here and CSS, and of course actually we're not never mind, we are not going to do anything in this. So we're going to be just messing with these two files over here. So that's what we're going to be doing. So let's go ahead and see if our deployment server actually deployed. So I guess it did. Okay, yeah, it did. It's loading right now. So we can just give it a little time right there. So now what we want to be doing is I'm just going to close that out right there. So if we see, we have this page 1 and page 2. I just zoomed in a bit so that you guys can see. So if we have page 1 over here, I can click page 1, page 2. Both of them works. So this is what we did in the previous video, this navigation bar over here. So now what we're going to be doing is we are going to be changing this nav bar. So the first main thing, we have to change this to be nav, and then it's going to be this nav link over there. So it's also from the React router DOM. So let's go ahead and remove all this link to be to nav link. So there we go. So this is how active links, you can just change them and stuff. So first of all, the reason why we are using navlink is because let's go ahead and first of all reload this and click inspect. And now what we were going to be doing is we're going to go to console, and actually it's going to be in the elements though, yeah. So inside the body we gotta find this div tag over here and our nav, which we already defined. So this is what it does. So we do know that if you use like the link, it's just gonna give an href and stuff, but this is just gonna add an active class. I don't know if it exactly does more than this, but that's what for now I know. So it basically adds an active class that we can customize. So let's go and start customizing it. So we're gonna be we're gonna be messing with this file later. So there are basically two ways how you can change the CSS for that. So first of all, you can directly go to your index.css and then add CSS, or you can just create your own file or module basically for the CSS. So you can do that. But first of all, let's see the first way, which is this. So I'm just gonna do nav a.active. Okay, so whenever this is active, it's just gonna actually, let's remove this text decoration, or actually, yeah, we're gonna put text decoration to be underlined whenever it's active. So there we go. So text decoration is gonna be underlined whenever that specific link or something is active. So that's our first way. So let's go ahead and save this. Go over here. And now let's go ahead and reload that. So now let's see, there we go, we are getting our page 2 is underlined. So our page 2 is underlined, and if I click on page 1, that's underlined, and page 2 is no longer underlined. So that works. So that's the first way of how you can do it. And you can also do this in your module.css or something that does work. But another way you can also do is go to the navbar over here. We're gonna create a function over here. So it's going to be an arrow function. So here what I want it to be named as is actually, first of all, let's go ahead and do const, and this is going to be nav link style. So it's basically just gonna add style to the nav link. So first of all, we're gonna be having something like that. I'm just gonna have an arrow function. There we go. So that's our arrow function, and now inside this we're going to be having a return statement, but this return statement is going to be a different return statement. It's not going to be like this, but instead it's going to be like this. And there we go. So in this, before writing our code, I also want to mention that you have to take an argument over here or something like this. So is active. So there we go. So this is active. It's just gonna say is it active or not or something. It's a parameter, as you see. So now in here what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be having text decoration, something like that, text decoration, and this is going to be an if else kind of statement. So if is active, it's true, then it's gonna do let's say it should underline, and if it's false, then it's gonna do none. So there we go, our underline over there, and that's none. So that's pretty much it over there, and you can of course add some things like these, like maybe background color, it might be anything, so that's totally fine. So now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking this navlink style, and you're going to be copying that and creating a new style. So let's go ahead and actually create a new style. Actually it's going to be style, not state. So there we go. So in this style, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having our navlink style over there. So that should be it. So as you see, we don't have any errors. And by the way, we have an error in app.js. It's because of the snapbar. I don't know why it's given, but it's just working. So that's totally fine. So let's go ahead and see our output. So let's reload this. And our page 1 still works, so it's underlined. Page 2, our page 2 is not underlining. So let's see what we did over here. So we applied the style only to this first link. So if you wanted to appear for that, you just gotta do this, and then you can go ahead and see your output. So if I there we go, page 2 works, page 1 works, page 2. So yeah, that's how you can do that. And I know this is going to be a long way to do it because you have to always be adding this navlink style and stuff. So you don't have to always follow this. So instead, you can just create your own module or do in index.css. And that's pretty much it about this active link. So that's it for today's video. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.